Guileless as adjective. Naive, lacking experience or wisdom in a particular area. Without deceit or cunning. Innocent and straightforward. Her guileless smile and innocent expression won over the hearts of everyone she met. He was known for his guileless honesty and straightforwardness in business. The guileless child believed everything that was told to him, which made him an easy target for scammers. Despite her beauty and charm, she had a guileless demeanor that made people feel comfortable around her. He was so guileless that he often ended up in trouble by trusting the wrong people. Inscrutable as adjective. Difficult to understand or interpret. Mysterious or enigmatic. His motives for quitting the job were inscrutable. Her inscrutable expression gave no hint of what she was thinking. The mystery of the missing painting was inscrutable to everyone. The foreign language on the menu was inscrutable to me. The detective's inscrutable manner kept everyone guessing. Impeccable as adjective. Beyond reproach or criticism. Irreproachable. Without flaw or mistake. Perfect. The chef's culinary skills were impeccable, and his dishes were always perfectly executed. The athlete's form and technique were impeccable, allowing her to excel in her sport. The musician's performance was impeccable, receiving a standing ovation from the audience. The tailor's attention to detail was impeccable, producing flawless suits and dresses. The businessman's reputation for honesty and integrity was impeccable in the industry. Provisional as adjective. Incomplete or lacking finality, subject to further revision or improvement. Temporary or interim. Intended to be in effect only until a more permanent arrangement is made. The team has been playing under a provisional coach since the resignation of the head coach. The company made a provisional agreement with its union workers for a new contract. The provisional license allows new drivers to practice driving with certain restrictions. The provisional results of the election show a tight race between the two candidates. The provisional plan for the new building has been approved by the City Council. Pecuniary as adjective. Concerned with the acquisition or management of money or wealth. Relating to money, finance, or wealth. The company's pecuniary success was due in part to its aggressive marketing strategies. The lawyer's advice was motivated by his own pecuniary interests. The politician was accused of accepting pecuniary gifts from lobbyists. The pecuniary benefits of the new job were too good to pass up. The company's pecuniary policies were criticized for being too focused on short-term profits. Illicit as adjective. Forbidden by law, rules, or regulations. Not allowed or authorized. The teenager was arrested for possessing illicit substances. The police conducted a raid on the illicit drug operation in the abandoned warehouse. The businessman was caught engaging in illicit financial activities that violated regulations. The journalist uncovered evidence of an illicit affair between a politician and a lobbyist. The company was fined heavily for using illicit means to gain a competitive advantage in the market. Delegate as noun. A person chosen to vote or make decisions for a group. A representative appointed to act on behalf of another. The delegate from the company was present at the conference. The UN sent a delegate to negotiate a peace treaty. The political party elected a delegate to represent them at the National Convention. The school sent a delegate to the Student Leadership Conference. The organization appointed a delegate to attend the Environmental Summit. Uncanny as adjective. eerie or weird in a way that is unsettling or uncomfortable, strange or mysterious, especially in an unsettling way. The resemblance between the twins was uncanny, with even their voices and mannerisms being almost identical. The detective's intuition was uncanny, allowing them to solve even the most puzzling cases. The coincidence of running into each other in a foreign city was uncanny, as they hadn't seen each other in years. The magician's ability to guess people's thoughts was uncanny and left the audience amazed. The abandoned house had an uncanny atmosphere, with creaking floors and mysterious shadows.
Apothegm as noun. A pithy, terse, or memorable statement that expresses a general truth or principle. A terse, pointed statement of a principle or rule of conduct. One of Benjamin Franklin's most famous apothegms is, "Time is money." The book is full of apothegms that offer wisdom on a variety of subjects. His speech was memorable not only for its length, but also for its apothegms and witty remarks. The teacher often shared apothegms with her students as a way of imparting life lessons. Some of the most well-known apothegms in literature come from the works of Shakespeare. Acrimony as noun. It implies a sense of resentment, anger, or hostility towards someone or something. It is used to describe a hostile or bitter attitude or atmosphere, often in a disagreement or dispute. After the divorce, there was a lot of acrimony between the former spouses, making it hard for them to co-parent effectively. In a business partnership, acrimony can arise when there are disagreements about strategy, compensation, or other issues. The acrimony between the two political parties made it difficult for them to work together on important issues. The acrimony between the rival sports teams was palpable, with fans trading insults and taunts throughout the game. When a project fails, there can be a lot of acrimony among team members as they try to assign blame and figure out what went wrong. Unflappable as adjective. Not easily upset, disturbed, or distracted by external circumstances, remaining calm and composed in stressful or challenging situations. Even in the face of a crisis, she remained unflappable, calmly assessing the situation and taking appropriate action. The experienced pilot remained unflappable, maneuvering the aircraft safely through turbulent weather conditions. The CEO's unflappable demeanor during the shareholders' meeting instilled confidence and stability. Despite the intense pressure, the goalkeeper displayed an unflappable focus, making crucial saves throughout the match. In stressful situations, his unflappable nature made him a reliable and composed leader. Travesty as adjective. A false, absurd, or distorted representation or imitation of something. A ludicrous or comically exaggerated version of something. The singer's performance was a travesty of the original song. The film adaptation was a travesty of the beloved book. The politician's proposal was a travesty of justice. The CEO's decision to lay off workers was a travesty of corporate responsibility. The restaurant's attempt at haute cuisine was a travesty of culinary art.
Indict as verb. To bring a formal accusation against someone, especially in a court of law. To charge or accuse formally with a crime or offense. The grand jury indicted the suspect on multiple charges. The prosecutor plans to indict the company for fraud. The investigation could not find enough evidence to indict the suspect. The whistleblower's testimony helped indict the corrupt official. The decision to indict the celebrity caused a media frenzy. Doughty as adjective. Describes a person who is not easily intimidated and is willing to take on challenges or risks. May also describe someone who is determined and persistent in pursuing their goals. The doughty little terrier refused to back down from the much larger dog. The doughty soldiers marched through the mud and rain without complaint, determined to complete their mission. The doughty pioneers braved harsh conditions and dangerous wildlife to settle in the new territory. The team's doughty defense held the opposition to only a few points, securing the victory. The old sailor was a doughty survivor, having weathered many storms and shipwrecks over the course of his career. Censure, as verb, express strong disapproval or condemnation of someone or something, often in the form of a formal statement or resolution. The media outlet was criticized for censuring journalists who reported on controversial topics. The Ethics Committee decided to censure the senator for accepting bribes. The school board voted to censure the superintendent for mismanaging funds. The CEO was publicly censured by the company's board for unethical behavior. The football coach was censured by the league for making inappropriate comments about players. Gall as noun, a feeling of bitterness or anger in response to something perceived as unjust or unfair, a type of plant used in herbal medicine for its healing properties. His gall was impressive as he asked for a raise on his first day of work. I cannot believe the gall she had to criticize my cooking after I invited her to dinner. The comedian's gall in making fun of the president earned him a lot of fans. It takes a lot of gall to start a business from scratch. His gall in the face of danger was admired by his comrades. Belie, to give a false impression or to misrepresent, to show or prove to be false. Her confident demeanor belied the nervousness she felt before the presentation. The calm surface of the lake belied the powerful currents that lay beneath. His cheerful smile belied the sadness he was experiencing deep inside. The lavish exterior of the mansion belied the financial struggles the family was facing. The peaceful townscape belied the tension simmering just below the surface among its inhabitants.
Protean as adjective, having the ability to change or alter one's form or appearance, especially in a flexible or fluid manner, highly versatile, adaptable, or changeable, able to take on many different forms or roles. The artist's style was protean, constantly shifting and evolving over time. The company's product line was protean, with new items added and old ones retired every season. The political landscape was protean, with alliances and loyalties constantly changing. His protean personality made it difficult for others to get a sense of who he really was. The disease had a protean presentation, with symptoms that varied widely from person to person.
Inveterate as adjective, deep-rooted and long-established, especially in reference to a habit, attitude, or behavior. Persistent and difficult to change, especially in reference to a habit, belief, or opinion. He was an inveterate smoker, having smoked a pack a day for over 30 years. The town had an inveterate problem with graffiti, and it seemed like every wall was covered in spray paint. She was an inveterate gossip, always spreading rumors and secrets to anyone who would listen. Despite her best efforts to change, she remained an inveterate procrastinator, always leaving things to the last minute. He was an inveterate traveler, having visited over 50 countries in his lifetime. Poignant as adjective, deeply moving or affecting, especially in evoking a strong emotional response, strongly stirring the emotions, especially sorrow or pity. The movie's poignant ending left the audience in tears. The writer's poignant description of the war zone brought the reader into the story. The photograph captured a poignant moment between a father and son. The song's poignant lyrics touched the hearts of many listeners. The speaker's poignant tribute to his late mentor moved the audience deeply. Ready to boost your English or ace the GRE? Meet the GRE Vocabulary app, a fun and effective way to master language. Learn advanced words with examples and audio. Master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Customize your practice by difficulty or focus. Translate into 100+ languages with ease. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.